What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and Amazon's Lord of the Rings series has been in the works for quite some time. A ton of money involved in this, the most expensive TV series of all time, potentially. And there's a lot of fans who are extremely nervous and worried about what might happen, because through the castings, through the reports, through the interviews that we've seen from some members of the cast, it's very clear that they're going against J.R.R. Tolkien's wishes when it comes to this series. They're not sticking to the lore. They're not sticking to the history of some of these characters and of Middle-earth. And that's a problem for a lot of people. But we finally had an official video. It wasn't an actual trailer, but instead it was the reveal of the title as well as a cinematic that went along with it. And we're gonna take a look at it. But one thing that's very, very interesting with this is this little icon right here, which indicates that a user has hidden replies, right? So the Lord of the Rings on Prime, this account with 300,000 followers, hid some replies in here. And I think what they hid is extremely telling. Don't worry, we're gonna go through all of them and see which ones maybe that makes sense for them to hide and which ones is absolute garbage and they are hiding from the weakest amount of criticism you could possibly imagine. But first, let's actually take a look at what they showed everybody. We'll watch right here. My original intention when I made this video and when I uploaded this video was for you guys to be able to hear exactly what they're saying, for you to be able to see the entirety of the screen, because again, it's a promotional trailer that they put out there to promote this show. It has over 6 million views just on Twitter, let alone everywhere else. But because Amazon are enormous pieces of garbage, they wouldn't really let that happen. So I'm doing this. I'm probably gonna put myself in the corner. We're gonna mute that audio, but hopefully you can get an idea of what's going on. You can see some pretty cool effects, to be honest with you, and some people thought it was CGI. It actually wasn't. This is real stuff that they're doing, which is pretty cool, but we're gonna discuss that a little bit later. Fuck Amazon, for the record. And there you go. You get the official title reveal, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. First time we've ever officially seen that. And a lot of people, when they saw this trailer, I saw a lot of people saying, oh, the effects are terrible. That's terrible CGI. In fact, it was real. It was real effects. They put out a little behind the scenes. I'll mute it here. You don't need to hear the music for this. But no, they actually did practical effects while doing this. However, they used a super high-tech camera with an unbelievably high frame rate that was so high it made it seem like it wasn't reality. But it was real. They did it multiple times to get the effects that they wanted. They eventually shoved all the water across it like this, again, to get the effect that they wanted. Pretty cool that they did that, not gonna lie. I thought that was a very cool thing for them to do. However, not everybody really liked their view. I didn't think too much of it. It's whatever. It looked like the beginning of a video game. It honestly did. It didn't tell me too much about the story. But one thing that was very interesting, when you look at these replies, they have censored people. Now, you have one here who's spamming their adult videos. I think you can hide that. If you're Amazon Lord of the Rings, hide that so people aren't clicking on it, whatever. But look at the rest of this. If I see a black elf or something, I'll torture your ass in Mordor. Please don't let it be the woke of power. Woke trash confirmed. So all of these have been hidden so that you can't just scroll through and see them. You have to click, again, this tiny little button right here, even to open up the hidden replies. You have a diversity Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rangs, the Return of the Kang. Unironically sums up why wokeness is a mind disease. The smallest mention of a dark-skinned hobbit gave them all the excuse they needed to jam in some diversity points. My friend Vera Dark, look at Vera Dark, they hid hers. As a lifelong Lord of the Rings fan, I wanted to ask, will this be woke trash? Simple question, not offensive, not super aggressive. Anything that involves diversity or representation or being woke, they're hiding it in the replies. Woke trash confirmed. Hopefully it's not woke trash. I'd be really surprised if they don't make some diversity woke trash designed to further deconstruct any semblance of Western civilizations. Woke trash confirmed. Woke trash confirmed. Just don't make it woke or political, or you might as well piss on Tolkien's grave. These are the things that they're hiding. They are trying to censor their critics so no one sees this. This is laughable. There is not a lot there. I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of bad things on the internet. You can scroll through my comment section. I'm sure you'll see some bad things for people who hate me. That happens. This is nothing. And the fact that they are hiding that tells you just how insecure they may be, because so much of the criticism of this series and what it could potentially be has been about how they're changing things, potentially how they're creating a new character, Isildur's sister. And also, of course, we've already heard people talking about how the hobbits are going to be completely diverse. There's going to be black hobbits, there's going to be Native American hobbits, Maori hobbits, Latino hobbits, all these different things they're putting into Lord of the Rings. Even though Tolkien was extremely precise about how he described people. Elves, fair-skinned. Hobbits, very descriptive of who they were as well. And we saw from the Lord of the Rings, well, not only the books, but also the movies, we saw that, yeah, all the hobbits were white, all the elves were white, all the wizards were white, you know, all these things. Shockingly, Tolkien was an English man writing an English story for the people of England, lore for the people of England. That's what this was all supposed to be. But now Amazon has its hands on it, and they're going to change so many things, directly going against everything that Tolkien expressed that he wanted and that was a part of his world. That's why so many people are worried. And based on the fact that they're hiding these very, very light replies, I think tells you all you need to know, that that is going to happen. And in fact, I may have know someone who got to see the actual trailer and can confirm it's incredibly diverse. That's all really they were allowed to say. I didn't ask any further, but it's an incredibly diverse trailer. I do not think people are going to be very happy about this, and they're about to piss all over Tolkien's legacy and his characters. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. What did you think of this little cinematic reveal that they did? I thought it was cool that they did, you know, actual real effects. That's pretty neat. It did look, it was filmed in such like high-tech camera work. It did look fake almost. It looked almost CGI, but it wasn't. It was absolutely real, which is cool. However, unfortunately, I don't know what they're going to do with the rest of this show in terms of keeping to the lore and keeping to Tolkien's legacy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.